What's up guys, this is Mike from JerseyConnect, and in today's video, we're going to test the durability of fake NBA jerseys. Whenever I buy these jerseys from sellers, they tell me how high quality and durable these things are, so let's just test the theory. So in this experiment, I'm going to treat them like regular shirts. I'm going to throw them through a normal wash cycle, I'm going to throw them through a regular dry cycle, and document each wash cycle and see if anything changes. So today, we got a fake Mamba version jersey. This one's actually all stitched down. And we got a fake Adidas Kobe Bryant jersey, Lakers. And a couple weeks ago, I did one on the Kelly Oubre heat press version. So we're gonna take a look at that too. And before we start this experiment, if you guys find this video helpful, entertaining, don't like it, let us know in the comments. But an easy way to support the channel also is just hitting like, hit subscribe if you want to keep seeing stuff like this, and let's go ahead and start this off. So right here we have the Kelly Oubre version. It's a fake heat pressed version. We got that right here, Nike swoosh, Oakland. Everything's heat pressed. We're just kind of documenting what it looks like before we run it through the wash. That's the front. And on the back side, there was one little flaw I noticed when I bought the jersey. There's like a little sloppy stitching on the collar. Then you got this heat press NBA logo, numbers, letters, and that's the back. And this is the fake Adidas Kobe Bryant jersey. So this one's embroidered. No major flaws on this jersey. You got that. You got the Lakers lettering, the numbering, and the tags right there. And on the back side of the jersey, collar. So there's one little scuff mark on the numbering here. So when I bought the jersey, it came with that. So we'll keep a watch for that. And we got the numbering. So that's the back. And right here we got the front of the jersey. So tag right here, how you can tell it's fake. Aero Sweet instead of Aero Swift. We got the NBA, well, the Nike logo. And so when I bought this, there's like some loose thread on that embroidery. Got Lakers. Got the 8. Then you got the patch. Needs a little haircut here. Then we got the back of the jersey. You can see the really crowded spacing when it comes to Bryant. Let's check that out first. You got a little loose thread up here. I just want to put that out there just so we don't think it happened after a couple washes. So that one was pre-existing. You have the NBA logo that's heat pressed. A little loose thread up here. Then you got the numbering. And that's the back. Alright, so right here we got the washing machine. Flip it inside out. You can see all those paper material left over on there. That's it. For the stitched ones, that's what they have. Ooh, throw it in there. Kelly Oubre. And that's that. All right, since we got that in there, we're gonna go ahead and throw this thing on normal. Just put some detergent. Nothing crazy. Nothing special, just some detergent. And then, what was that? Hit it normal. And let's go for it. This is gonna be the first wash cycle. All right, so it just finished up. Let's go ahead and throw this in the dryer. Yeah, this one in there. Oh, they're leaving all those paper trails in there. Oh man, I gotta clean this up. All right, throwing them in there. And hit that start button. Man, the lighting here is throwing it off on the video. But we're putting it on normal. And we're just gonna hit start. And it says 38 minutes. So I just got it out the dryer and I can't notice anything that is out the ordinary, nothing too crazy. Everything is still looking all right so far. So let's go ahead and run it back. With the second wash, nothing crazy really popped up. So this one's a third wash and dry cycle. So I found a little thing that's starting to happen on the Kelly Oubre jersey. There's like loose thread that's starting to pop up. So we will monitor how that looks, but everything else is still holding up all right. And on the Kobe Bryant one, the Adidas one, scuffs is still there. Nothing got bigger, but I am starting to see the color here starting to kind of fade on the jersey. You see that little mark right there? It's starting to break down just a bit. On the Mamba version, like some of the stitching is starting to just come up on it, but nothing too crazy yet. So that's the back. So third wash, and we're gonna look at the front. So the Adidas one, nothing changed too much on the front side, but down here, purple's starting to kind of come off, and you see it kind of transferred to the white portion. It's okay down here. I don't know if these loose threads are getting a little longer on the Mamba, but you can see like it's starting to get like fuzzy at the bottom. So kind of I don't know, maybe some of the material starting to fray off. Right here, still looks okay actually. The Oubre one, I think it's looking pretty solid still, at least. And I think this is getting longer here. I gotta refer to the first video, but it's just a slight difference after this third wash. This just came out of the 5th wash and dry cycle. So we'll start off with the Adidas Kobe. So far, material's still holding up. The scuff is not getting any bigger at the moment. Everything looks pretty solid. You can see a little fading of the color of the purple. And right over here, actually, more of the purple is coming off. And it's kind of staining a little bit of the white. But most of it down here is all solid. Kelly Oubre, so right here, that little thread, still looking the same. The heat pressed lettering and logo seems to be okay. You can see a little bit kind of like the little white fuzz coming up out of it. So maybe it's gonna be prone to peeling. Then we go to the Mamba version. So far it looks okay. Nothing out the ordinary on the back. So that's the 5th wash cycle, and let's check out the front. And this is the front side after the 5th wash and dry cycle. Embroidery, so far so good. The lettering, Lakers, I don't think it's fading as much as the backside, but you can see there's a lot of creasing over on the Lakers lettering. Numbering so far, it's kind of staying the same. And patch, so far holding up. Then we go to the Mamba. Let's see, the NBA logo is holding on for life. So far so good. That loose thread is still there. The lettering so far and numbering hasn't changed. And the loose thread on this Nike Connect jock tag is holding up. Then we go to the Kelly Oubre. So far, no fading on this. Nike swoosh, all that stuff is still alive. But going down here, Golden State, okay, so far that's still good. See that loose thread? It's getting a little longer and longer. You can kind of flip it up, and it's loose on this corner. So, man, if you don't know how to stitch and your jersey starts looking like that, good luck, because that patch is coming off. And I just took it out for the 7th wash cycle. So far the lettering on the back is still holding up okay, but the numbering is starting to chip off and fade. Right here you can see it. progressively getting worse after 7 washes. The lettering's actually holding up here. Numbering just a little bit. Nothing too crazy like the back. Everything's fine down here. Go to the Kelly Oubre version. So far the lettering and numbering I think is okay so far. I don't feel anything peeling off. Ooh, wait. It's starting to peel a little bit, that NBA logo. And then go to the front. Check the neck label. It's fading a little bit. I think everything's still okay on the numbering and lettering. Let's check the jock tag. Oh man. So we got that string, that thread. I feel like it's getting a little bigger each time. Then we go to the Mamba version. So that's coming off. But so far, I think it's holding up pretty well actually. With the lettering, jock tag seems to be okay. Yeah. Let's check the interior. And so far, so good. So 7th wash. All right, quick recap for the 9th wash cycle. So it just gets a little worse and worse on the numbering on the Adidas. You know, the Mamba is actually holding up. I'm gonna give it credit. Well, besides that, I mean, but it's still all right. The front of this one, oh, right over here. So it's starting to fade. Where that little crack was, it's starting to kind of fade. But everything else is solid. The Kelly Oubre one, so I noticed it's starting to peel a little more. So this is gonna be falling off pretty soon. Oh man, and the front, the label's pretty much non-existent. And right over here, it's getting a little bigger each time. And that's the 9th. All right, so after 10 washes, I'm calling it quits. We kind of get the direction where it's going. And so let's take a look one last time at each jersey. So the embroidery on the Kobe jersey, holding up fine. Neck label, fine. The lettering, Lakers. So you see, it's from that little chip, it started to fade around it. So, you know, going down the line, everything else will probably go after. And the numbering, same type of deal. It's slowly starting to crack at 10 washes. And the patch on this stayed pretty nice. And then we'll go to the back side. Surprisingly, that scuff never faded. That was actually surprising. All the other letters are holding up. The numbering, not so much. So you can see that direction. It's gonna start to fade the longer we go. This one started to crack as well. But in general, you can kind of see this thing starts to fade like crazy. Let's go to the next jersey. I was pretty surprised. The only thing that really fell apart was that neck label area. In the beginning, this had like when it got delivered, it just had that extra thread coming out. So it got snagged and it looks like it pulled out just a little, but everything else stayed pretty solid. And that doesn't always happen when you buy these knockoff jerseys. Like, there's so many horror stories where it comes already broken and messed up. This actually stayed pretty much the same. And that is one of those rare cases, so it worked out on this end. Then we go to the Kelly Oubre version of the jersey. So you can see right over here after 10, it's starting to peel off. So down the road, that thing is completely fallen off. Well, gonna fall off. But surprisingly, the lettering and numbering stayed really solid throughout the experiment. Like, I've had jerseys and I've had other people tell me these things come right off. So for this experiment, it stayed pretty solid. Except this part. I mean, shoot, we could rip this off. Then we go to the neck label in the front. I mean, I think most people won't care if this fades, but this comes off. Everything else kind of stayed solid. I mean, right over here. you got, whoa, look at that. You just take one snip and that thing's gonna open right up. But the lettering stayed pretty solid. The numbering as well. They got the little heat press Warriors. The worst thing here is probably that Nike Connect patch. That thing just progressively got bigger. So in conclusion, some fakes will break down really fast. Some will take a little longer to break down. And then some may not even break down at all. It's a risky run. So this is why I'm so adamant about teaching people about fake jerseys, because I will see these types of jerseys up for retail price, and then most people won't even know. Then you get this, and if it breaks down, you're just out of money right there. For the people that like to rock the fakes or buy them, like, it's up to you. You do whatever you want to do, but I'd rather you guys not overpay for it. Like, if you do your research, these things are like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Like, I see people buy it for like more than 50, 60, 70 bucks. Like, don't let these guys make money off of you. Next time we're gonna do the Fanatics replica, the Nike Swingman, and a Nike Authentic, and see how 10 washes do for them. So, thank you guys for watching. Let's see what this, ooh, easy. This one was easy. Oh man, that's how easy it rips. Ugh. On to the next one, guys.